In this day and age in the United States, and I only speak of the United States because that's where I'm from, we have gone to the point that we are now indifference of God. When my grandma used to tell me of the time when she was growing up, people had a yearning for God. When black people were being oppressed, prejudiced, we had a yearning for God. When we were in slavery, picking the cotton, working in the field, we had a yearning for God. When people were facing the Great Depression, we had a yearning for God. And now that things look good, I got a brand new car, I got air conditioning, I have all the creature comfort of my home. Even in this economy, people have a car, they're not walking 10 miles to work. We have a lukewarm feeling towards God. You see, verse 4 pointed clearly and equivalently to Israel's long sense of value. It's a spiritual dimension opposed to that of David, who felt ill at ease in a luxury house, while the ark of God has only a tent as a cover. The people have gone beyond providing for their basic needs. And we're primarily concerned with the personal luxuries. I gotta have that Lincoln LXH, whatever they call it now. I gotta have this beautiful $300,000 home or $1 million house. So I'll do some money called that for marketing to get it fast. But here God continues to talk about Israel's lack of fortitude and focus. The people of Israel were too filled with themselves, were filled with luxury to find the basic, but to another, we're living in luxury. Let me rephrase that. Many of us probably, including myself, probably said, man, times are hard. You know, people lost their job. My wife got a master's degree, and she only getting paid very minimum wage, not paid enough. I'm beyond my education and experience and all the experience I have, including yourself, can relate that we're not paid enough. But let me ask you a question. What is paid enough? When you got food on the table, still. When you got air conditioning, still. Electric lights on, cell phone, computer, automobile that runs on automatic transmission that has AC, satellite radio, and you got satellite TV or cable. What is the hard time? When I go straight to my neighbor and talk to some friends overseas and they tell me they don't have these things. Think about it. Do you really need it? we need all this access. God wants us to focus on Him. God does not want us to focus on a 68-inch TV set on Christmas or the NFL. He wants us to focus on Him and His Word. You know, and even if it gets to the point you have to turn the TV off or turn your cable off, which I've done one time, He wants us to focus, pick up the Bible and read about Him. And if you really want to get in depth about it, how about picking up a book and read a novel or a story or an encyclopedia to widen and let your imagination just run with it? Because that's all we had back in the days. That's all you had back in the day is a book. Amen. Material things are not everything, brothers and sisters. And I'm going to tell you something. 8-9% unemployment is not a bad thing in this country. Let me take you to France. Let me take you to Haiti. Let me take you to Uganda. Let me take you to some of these countries in Russia and Eastern Europe when they understand 40% unemployment, when they understand 50% unemployment, when they talk about 30% unemployment. We do not have a problem, brothers and sisters. Stop complaining and focus on God and do what you can to help somebody. You don't have a problem. We're one of the richest countries in the world. Don't let the media fool you. I don't know what possesses me, but the Lord is speaking to me. It isn't great when we have social, and even think about this too. We talk about when you got much. Let me tell you this, live in a world where you don't have Social Security. Live in a world where you don't have Medicaid. Live in a world where you don't have welfare. Live in a world where you don't have disability. Then talk to me. Because all that can be gone in a blink of an eye if we don't put God first. This is just blessings. These are luxuries. And what we have to do is make it a priority to pick up my Bible and say, Lord, what must I do? And if you think church is about singing hymns and listen to the preacher and that's it, go home back to your regular life, you're sadly mistaken. God wants His church to be connected to Him. He don't want the church to become a ruin like the temple, just left out there, falling apart. And I'm not talking about the building, I'm talking about the church within us. We're falling apart, saints. And if you really think about it, look up the street and you'll find a church building that's empty. Church closes down. Third Presbyterian Church has never been closed down. And it breaks my heart when I hear about these things. When I read books from the Presbyterian about churches having shut down and people leaving. And what